Let's talk about all the ways that your neck can make you dizzy. The neck can seem really complicated because there's a lot of neurological tissue, there's arteries, there's lots of miniature little joints that have to move on each other, and as a result, there's a lot of misinformation out there. Well, I'm going to break it down and give you 3 main ways that your neck can make you dizzy. Number 1 is your vertebral artery. Your vertebral artery, you have one on the right side and one on the left side. It travels through these miniature little holes on the outside of each vertebrae. And you can think of vertebrae as just little stacked blocks that stack one on top of the other. And they side bend on each other, they twist on one another, and they bend forward and backward on each other. So if you've got this one twisting forward and this one's a little stuck, like it's not twisting forward enough, it can cause kinking in the vertebral artery. Now, most people do not have a kink in their vertebral artery just whenever they're at rest, but a person who's always had forward head posture their entire life and they have some arthritis and joints surrounding the kinked area, they might get a kink whenever they turn their head to the left or whenever they lay flat on a pillow. And having an artery that supplies your brain with blood supply kinked for a large amount of time, yeah, that'll make you feel dizzy. The second way that your neck can make you dizzy is spinal cord impingement. When I say spinal cord impingement, I don't mean these peripheral nerves, the nerves that are given off of the spinal cord and exit the spine and go down your arms and legs. Those are your peripheral nerves, and they only do motor and sensory information of the skin and muscles of your limbs. So if you had impingement or an entrapment of these by, say, like a herniated disc in your neck, that would only cause numbness, pain, and weakness down your arm or your leg if it was your back, and that would not cause dizziness per se. This is the spinal cord. That is the central feature inside those stacked blocks that are your vertebrae. Your vertebrae stack one on top of the other, and there's a big hole in each vertebrae. So if they all stack on top of each other and line up, you've got a nice big tunnel that's formed all the way up to the base of your skull to where your brain can give off this tail that is a brainstem that is followed by a spinal cord. If your spinal cord gets impinged, especially at higher levels where your brain stem is, which is just the upper part of your spinal cord, lower part of your brain, it can cause neurological symptoms and dizziness. And way number 3 that your neck can make you dizzy is arthritis. Arthritis is just medical lingo for wear and tear of the joints and muscles. If the joints in your spine develop bone spurs, tight spots, disc herniations, things like that, it can cause them to not glide and move so well and cause pain and dysfunction of those joints. Now, joints have something called proprioception. They have little sensors inside each joint that send signals to your brain about what position that joint is in. Your neck joints position your head. So if you have dysfunctional joints that can't quite send a good signal to your brain, you have poor proprioception, you might have dizziness, poor ability to tell where your head is in space at any given time. Now, this same argument goes for neck muscles, which can be dysfunctional in various ways, like being weak or tight or in painful spasms. That can affect your proprioception as well. Proprioception loss causing dizziness over a long period is called cervicogenic dizziness. So there you have it, 3 ways that your neck can make you dizzy.